No, that dog doesn't have a credit. She got a B in that course, man. And it was a low B. It was a pity B. She offered to sleep with her professor. You lie down with dogs, you get up with A's. From out of the swamp, he walked on up a main street and found just like this. All the people that gathered around, they stood together like this in the crowd. He said, I'm gonna teach you to believe. Belief is something that can't be taught. Belief is something that can't be bought. But if you give me one thing I can have, I swear, I can teach you to believe. I'll teach you to believe. He said, I'll teach you to believe. His hands and feet, they set him up on a pole, and while he watched, they built up the gallows high. They were gonna hang him till he was good and dead. He said, belief is holy, it comes from on high. Belief will get you in the by and by. And if you can give me one thing I can have, I swear, I can teach you to believe. I'll teach you to believe. He said, I'll teach you to believe. Marched him out in the gallows square, and they marched him up there. Oh, sorry, and I knew that was going to happen. A little feedback never hurts, unless it does. He said, belief is holy, it comes from above. Belief is cradled in the arms of love. And if any of you give me one thing I can have, my very own eye, I can teach you to believe. I'll teach you to believe. He said, I'll teach you to believe. They built the trap. The doors swung wide like an arrow of gravity, and his thing straight down that rope. He swung back and forth in a slow pendular arc. They cut his body down. They put his body in a box, and they nailed on the lid. No stone marked the ground where they laid him down. It was a mystery where they put the man who said, I can teach you to believe. So, after the hanging, winter came, and the townspeople, peacefully slumbering in their feather beds, waiting for the spring to come again. In their dreams, they heard a voice, a creepy, familiar voice. And that voice asked them a question. It wanted to know, do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe your glass? Do you believe?
Yes, I believe!
Do you believe? Do you believe? But wait, there's more. Springtime is the time of new beginnings, when the cold, dark earth, which has been dormant all winter, and I say not dead, but dormant, absorbs the water that falls down. Water, Mandrake, the most heinously conceived and executed communist plot against the integrity and the purity of our bodily essence. This spring was no exception. The rains came, and the rain stayed, and the rain stayed, and then they stayed some more. The sky was full of clouds, and the clouds turned black, and then they fell. The river rose up and walked on the land. The dikes crumbled, the levee burst. No floodwaters washed gonna play another song now. Probably followed by another song. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Oh, is it? I think so. Give it up again, please. A round of applause one more time for Dave and Tony, who have done insane work. They showed up at 6 a.m. They're going to be here till 3 a.m. They haven't slept in 2 weeks. Oh my God. Live to, I don't know. That thing is, all right. Are we playing that one? That one. Okay. Everybody knows the image that Karloff created of the monster. Karloff went to Hollywood in the 20s, did a lot of odd jobs to pay the bills while he was waiting for his big break, which, as you know, came with the 1931 classic Frankenstein. So in this song, I'm going to tell you a couple of things about Boris Karloff that I think you should know, because he's someone who we should really remember. This is your life. This is your life, Boris Karloff. This is your life. This is your life, Boris Karloff. In 1931, Boris Karloff made a movie which I'm sure you all know even if you haven't seen it. It's called Frankenstein. And as you remember, or are be reminded of, recollection perhaps, Frankenstein was not the name of the monster. Frankenstein was the name of the monster's creator. That twisted genius who brought dead flesh back to life through unspeakable processes. The monster had no name. Mary Shelley called her monster Adam, or rather, had Adam name himself because he was the first man of a new species. But that's really neither here nor there, because what we're really talking about here is Karloff. In that movie, Karloff suffered a traumatic spinal injury as the result of a scene which he performed over and over despite his obvious discomfort. James Whale, the sadistic director, forced Karloff to carry Clive up the hill over and over in a scene that was shown on the screen for maybe 3 seconds. Landed him in a wheelchair for many years in pain, but Karloff did that because that's what you did in the 30s to pay your bills. I don't know. Racked by spinal injuries, he ended his life instead of a bad Mexican horror film in the 60s. Professional to the end. This is your life. This is your life, Boris Karloff. This is your life. This is your life, Boris This is your life, Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff, in his role of the monster, created an image that lives with us still. If you ask any children, anybody in the world, to draw a picture of the monster, more likely than not, they're going to draw a picture of something with a flat head, bolts on his neck, a slightly greenish tinge. That's the monster that Boris created. The monster is not a symbol of evil. There is the monster, except that the townspeople couldn't understand him. So the monster becomes a simple, misunderstood intent. The townspeople chased him to the mill and burned him with cruel torches and pitchforks. Not because they hated him, but because they feared him, because they could not understand him. So I beg of you each, as you go to that great dark night of humanity, do not fear what you cannot understand. Please, do not fear what you cannot understand. This is your life. 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 This is your life.